high drama in the high windy city, the true high windy city, that of course being Vegas. And ladies and gentlemen, if you did not watch fights last night, you missed some good fights. You missed some good action. So let me get that out of the way first. I'm not going to trash on every event. I think they were really good fights. They just had some questionable outcomes and questionable decisions, and none were more questionable than Romero versus Barroso. Now, if you had listened to what I said back on the previous post as well as on the podcast at combattalkradio.net, you'd have heard me say you can't really count Barroso out. He's got that power, and that came into play. Barroso was able to drop. If you didn't watch the fight, I'll just play back what summary happened and why people are pissed off on social media. And then I want to refresh people's memories because I'm hearing calls about the worst stoppage ever and all that, and no. So first of all, Romero, I think it's clear. I don't want to call him like the next Amir Khan because that's not fair, but he certainly is. He's got durability concerns. Like, he seems like he's no longer. I don't know if Tank cracked something or I don't know, but he needs to work on defense desperately because he can't take a punch, but also can punch. I'm not dismissing the power, but I'm saying that the punch that he took seems like he takes this kind of punch from Barroso, and he wasn't really hurt. He was buzzed. His third round. But the point is, him getting wobbled off that shot was kind of stunning to me, no pun intended. Later, it's kind of, Romero goes back tentative. He's not nearly as aggressive. He doesn't get dropped again. He eventually is able to drop Barroso. I believe that was round 9 he does. The story of the fight, though, is most of the judges, if not all three, had Barroso win in the fight. Up on rounds, Barroso was clearly the aggressor. Romero was not as effective as we might have thought he should be, given the age disparity. Because, Romero, what is he, early 20s or something? And then Barroso, he's 40, he looks 70. Like, people expected that the age was going to play in factor. But I said, if you listen to my coverage, I said, we don't know where Romero's head is after getting stopped off Tank for the first time and then just, period, getting knocked loopy. We didn't know where his head was. And so this played in. During this fight, it was obvious that this fight was a bad call for his handlers and his management to put him in a fight like this. He needed a lesser touch, something easier. And I think they may have misinterpreted, but also either that or they just said, let's go after the top guy and get a title so they get a title shot. And I understand Romero is now WBO, but I don't think this is a good fight to take now. Obviously, opportunities come once a dime. That's fine. I think it was a bad call. And maybe they didn't scout the dude. Maybe they were overconfident, whatever it is. Now they're talking about trying to do Rolly versus Ryan Garcia at 140. I said before, Rolly's too damn slow for Ryan Garcia. He was too damn slow for Barroso. So the story of this, I think it was round 9, this sequence happens. They go into a sequence, and they're up near in the corner, and Rolly's not really landing hardly anything. He had gotten a drop, but in this sequence, he didn't really land much of anything. I didn't see anything flush, clean land. And it was strange because it looked like they were about to tie up in a clinch. Then you see Weeks come running in there. Okay, maybe he's trying to separate him, create some space or something. And then he's waving and he stops the fight, stops Barroso. Rolly hadn't landed anything at this point, mind you, but he just rushed in there and stopped the damn fight. Even the commentator's like, what the hell just happened? Now, Rolly has his fans that are there in the event, and they're all cheering him, but there's boos. You hear it. You see Barroso's corner gets up on the turnbuckle like, what the fuck is going on? Barroso didn't say anything. He wasn't protesting or anything, but I think that's just because he was happy to be there. He was happy for the opportunity. He's older. He's just like, whatever. I mean, if he was in his 20s like Rolly, he'd have pulled his ab judo on Jay Nady. That damn sure would have happened. But where I said I want to refresh people's memories, this kind of a stoppage, it was the same damn thing that happened with the same ref, Tony Weeks, with Canelo Angulo. I'm going to share a little bit of that snippet to refresh people's memory about what happened there, but it's the same thing where a guy will land one shot that Weeks thinks is a good shot, and then all of a sudden Weeks is rushing in there to stop the dude. He just has these sketchy-ass stoppages, and nobody really knows why, but I've been on record about Tony Weeks for years, trying to tell people, the dude doesn't know how to gauge. It can only be either that or he's on the take, because if you look at Mayweather versus Chino, he's letting Chino dirty fight all damn fight like crazy. Canelo Angulo, he rushes there to stop it off of one uppercut. Yes, it's a good uppercut, but still, let the guy fight. They're warriors. This, Romero Barroso, he's rushing in there when Rolly didn't really land a damn thing. And then people have reminded me, Badu Jack versus Marcus Brown. That was Tony Weeks. Badu Jack was bleeding like a stuck pig. Like he was, you might have thought he might have died in the ring. There was that much blood, and Tony Weeks never even thought about stopping the fight. So it's like either he can't gauge when to stop a fight or he's on the take. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not making a statement of affirmative fact. I'm just calling it like I see it. Look at the fights Tony Weeks has reffed, and you'll see there's no clear, distinct pattern as to his behavior when he's reffing fights. He just seems to, in certain fights, for certain guys, he'll just let it fucking ride. And then in certain other fights, he'll just quick stop for somebody else. I'm going to leave that at that and let y'all piece out otherwise what you think.